What's going on there, YouTube? Chilling with Twisted420 here. And today I'm bringing you guys an unboxing in 4K. That's right, folks. Today we're talking about the PlayStation VR. Now, I know there's a million unboxings out there, sure, but hey, here's mine. You know, why not? And the cool thing about me doing it is, at some point I'm going to do a comparison between the HTC Vive. As many of you know, I have an HTC Vive and I love it, but it's not without its drawbacks. I mean, you gotta have a nice computer or build a nice computer to run it. Then you gotta spend another $800. Now, I never did pick up the Rift. It just didn't appeal to me. I love the idea of room scale, and I know the PlayStation VR is only semi-room scale, but for all the Rift fanboys out there, don't crucify me, okay? I'm sorry. It's just not for me. But the PlayStation VR, it interests me because I know it's gonna get a lot of support. Big developers are going to come out and make some cool stuff for it. Now, it is running on 6-year-old tech with the Move controllers and the camera, but I'm sure it's going to get better as time progresses. I'm an early adopter when it comes to new tech. I can't help it, and I had to see what all the fuss was about, okay? Now, that's the beauty of the PlayStation 4. There's over 40 million people that have a PS4 in their household as of right now. So you don't have to build a badass $2,000 computer or anything. And it is the cheapest VR compared to some of the other ones by $200 to $300. You see what I'm saying? When I built my computer, I built it up nice because I was going to do editing on it a good bit, especially in 4K. So I kind of built a gaming computer and an editing computer simultaneously. So it worked out for me. But later on, I'm going to try to hook up my Elgato HD 60S to this PlayStation VR situation, try to get some gameplay at some point. Now, this thing is limited in a lot of ways to the Rift and Vive. It's only 1080p versus 1440p, which is less resolution, less frames per second. This is 60 frames per second. They're at 90 frames per second and above. And the field of view is narrower. So I know that going into it, but from what I've heard, early reports, it's still fun. So we're gonna see. But without digging around too much more, let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. Alright, folks, here we are outside. Figure we'd come outside, get some of this natural light. Beautiful day in East Texas. I got my lovely assistant Buddha with me. He always helps me with unboxings and so forth. Let's go ahead and open this bad boy up, why don't we? Alright. You're immediately greeted with a nice little PlayStation logo. That's nice. Looks like 2 boxes in here total. A big one and a little one. Let's take a look at what's inside the smaller one. Alright, so this little guy, looks like we got a couple of discs in here, people. This is going to be the PlayStation VR demo disc. Heard it's got a lot of games on it. And you get this little multi-mini game, PlayStation VR Worlds. I heard only a couple of games are really worth it on here. London Heist, I can't wait to play. But yeah, by itself, this thing's $40. So this bundle that I got, the bundle's the way to go for sure. Alright, people, and here are the PlayStation Move controllers. These little balls light up. Silly looking little device. I guess it's about as silly as the HTC Vive controllers, honestly. But yeah, that's how you interact and pick stuff up in VR right there. 6-year-old tech here, people. Hey, as long as it works. I heard there are tracking issues, though, so we'll see. Up next, we got 2 sets of mini USBs. Not micro USB, mini USBs. Next up, we got the new PlayStation camera. It's rounded off. The old one was pretty square. Got a little mount here that does some folding and grabbing and pulling and touching and so forth. And then the only thing left in the small box is a little PlayStation VR wipe to clean the lenses and so forth. And a little manual about the camera and everything else. And here we are, baby. Time for the moment of truth. The headset. Oh, yeah. Little slip case. Let's see what happens here. Oh, yeah. Look at that. It's got a little tether in there. Stops it from opening up too far. This is the biggest freaking quick start guide I've ever seen in my life. It's really big. It's going to tell me how to hook it up, which I heard the process isn't too bad. Now, I got to say, I like the way they did the packaging here. Let you know where's what's what. All these different hookups here, stuff and things. All right, so this is all the cables, and there's a box in here. Let me show you that real quick. There's a hub that you need to run this guy. And there's a shit ton of wires. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm getting anxiety. I'm getting hookup anxiety here, people. This is the middleman right here. Got a little fan back there. It interfaces in between your PS4 and the VR headset. It's got all kinds of hookups and HDMIs and so forth and so on. It's like its own little PlayStation. Look at that little guy. Little fella. Kitcha. Also in the package, you get a little set of rinky-dink headphones. I'm sure these are not the best, but hey, at least they include some. All right, folks, and here's the moment of truth. Oh, yeah. I gotta say, out of all the headsets, this one does look futuristic and sexy. So many cords. Bam! Check that bad boy out. They say it's the most comfortable of all headsets, too. I'll let you know that before the video's over at the very least. It's supposed to be no God rays, lower screen door effect. A lot of benefits besides the lower resolution and frame rate. But yeah, I gotta say, that is very sexy. Really lightweight, too. Besides the volume up and down and the mute button that's in line on the cord from the headset, I like the fact that it's got a power button built in. You can just kill it when you're done. And there's your headphone hookup right there on the side. Very cool, very cool. Last but not least, the dual HDMI cable that runs from the headset to the middleman. Looks like a pretty long cord too, so that's good to know. Alright folks, that pretty much sums it up for this unboxing. I got everything set up and going. I would show you more, but I gotta give you a reason to come back, you know. I will say this so far. It does look pretty cool on you. It, with all the lights and stuff, looks very futuristic. I'm digging it. Stay tuned, people, for some gameplay footage and a comparison to the HTC Vive. Subscribe and like and all that other bullshit. But no, seriously, I'll catch you guys next time. Y'all stay sexy.